today's session, we would be starting off with the first chapter. The first chapter is called as Introduction to Accounting and Accounting Systems. As a part of this chapter, we would be visiting some of the basic concepts in accounting, and from there, we would be moving on to the higher and the advanced concepts in accounting. Before we start, before we start off with the discussion about what accounting is all about, there are some important terminologies that we would have to be visiting. So the first concept that we would try and understand is what is meant by a business transaction. Okay, so what is meant by a business transaction? Now, transaction is a term that we keep hearing on a day-to-day basis, irrespective of whatever be the scenario. Let's say we listen to the news, we read the newspaper, we read any magazines, we would always be seeing this term business, and then another term that we would be seeing is transaction. So today's session, we would try and understand what these two concepts are. Okay, we would try and understand what these concepts are. Now, in a nutshell, business transaction refers to an economic activity. Okay? It refers to an economic activity. As a part of this activity, it facilitates the interaction between the buyer and the seller. So there are two categories of people who would interact. One is a buyer and the other is a seller. These two people would come close to each other. They would carry out the interactions, and as a result of which, there is an exchange that is taking place. There is an exchange that is taking place between a buyer and a seller. Now, what is the exchange that is taking place between a buyer and a seller? A seller has a proposition, the seller has a product, or the seller has a service that he would like to give out or sell. The buyer has ample amount of money available but is in need of the product or the service. Now, because the buyer wants the product or service, the buyer is willing to make a payment. Okay, the buyer is willing to make a payment. So this interaction between the buyer and the seller is what we call as a transaction. And as a result of this transaction, what happens is the seller gives out the product or service, in return collects a payment from the buyer. The seller gives out the product or the service, in turn collects a payment from the buyer. So transaction is an economic activity where there is exchange of goods or services in exchange for money or money's worth. So this activity is what we call as a transaction. Now, this brings us with another question. What is a business? So an entity that carries out transaction is called as a business. Okay? The entity that carries out transaction that is called as a business. Now, there's one more important point that you have to remember at this point of time. Business is an entity that carries out transaction for earning profit. The motive with which the business is carrying out the exchange of goods or services in return for money or money's worth is to earn profit. So, business is an entity that facilitates an interaction between the buyer and the seller, and in return, by carrying out this exchange, what the business is hoping to achieve, or what the business is hoping to achieve or earn, is some profit. So this interaction is facilitated by an entity which is called as a business. Now, some other important terminologies that we would be discussing is the term proprietor. Proprietor, another term that we use for this is owner. So, who is an owner or who is a proprietor? A person who commences a business and then is willing to take the risk of carrying out transaction is called as a proprietor, or is called as a owner. I'll repeat that. A person who starts a business, okay, and who's willing to undertake the risk of carrying out business transactions is called as a proprietor or owner. So, for example, Flipkart was started by two people, Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal. they were the owners or they were the proprietors of Flipkart initially. So they had an idea and they wanted to start selling books online, and way back in 2006, that is how Flipkart took off. So they started off, they were willing to start a business and they were willing to carry out or undertake the risk of carrying out transactions. So you have to remember, whenever a business carries out transaction, the activity of exchanging goods or services in return for money or money's worth, there are some risks which are involved. There could be a risk that the product or service would go bad. There was a risk that the customer may refuse to pay up. There may be a risk that whatever goods or service that they're rendering, it may not be up to the quality, etc. So there's so many aspects of risk which are involved. So the person who's willing to undertake this risk is referred to as a proprietor. So the person who's willing to undertake this risk is called as a proprietor. The next terminology that we will be discussing is capital. What is meant by capital? Capital refers to the money that is brought in by the proprietor to start a business. In order to start a business, there is some amount of money, some amount of initial money that is required to kickstart the business, to set up the business, to ensure that the business has the infrastructure, the machinery, the equipments, the land, the premises, the building, etc. There's some amount of money that is needed. So the money that is brought in by the proprietor to start the business is called as capital. I had shared the example of Flipkart. So Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal together, when they had started the Flipkart venture way back in 2006, they started off with a capital of 30,000. 30. They brought in this money together, and that is how they initially started off with the venture Flipkart. Okay, that's how they went about starting the concept of Flipkart, and that Flipkart initially expanded and it became what it is today. Now, another important term that we have to learn is the concept of drawings. What is meant by drawings? Drawings refers to the money withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use. So the proprietor has some personal need and the proprietor would like to take some money out of the business to carry out his personal transactions. That money that is taken is called as drawings. Okay? That money is called as drawings. Now that you have understood capital and drawings, there are two other concepts that I would like to touch upon with respect to capital and drawings. So capital refers to the money that is brought in by the proprietor to start the business. Or in other terms, it is the proprietor's money. The proprietor is giving that money to the business. So, which means the rightful owner of the capital is the proprietor. Okay? The rightful owner of the capital is the proprietor. So, proprietor is giving his money to the venture, to his business, so that it could start, it could carry out its operations. That's the reason why the proprietor is giving the money to his business. So capital belongs to the proprietor. I'll repeat that. Capital belongs to the proprietor. In other words, capital is an obligation for the business. Now, what is that? What does this mean? Capital is proprietor's money. So capital has to be paid back by the business to the proprietor. I'll repeat that. Capital is an obligation for the business. Capital is the money that has to be paid back by the business to the proprietor. Now, there's an exception with this. The business needs to pay the money back to the proprietor only when the business goes in for a liquidation. I'll repeat that. The business needs to pay the money back to the proprietor only when the business goes in for a liquidation. So, capital is proprietor's money. It is an obligation for the business. The business will have to pay the money back to the proprietor, but that money needs to be paid back only when the company goes in for liquidation. So, I touched upon the example of I touched upon the example of Flipkart. Flipkart was started by Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal. The business grew eventually, and today Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal, they're no longer associated with Flipkart. Today, Amazon has bought 40% shares in Flipkart. So what does this mean? Whatever capital that belonged to Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal, they sold that to Amazon. Not only Amazon, there are some other ventures also who own Flipkart, but 40% of shares are now owned by Amazon. So what Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal did was they claimed over the capital. Okay, they claimed over the capital. They gave that over to Amazon and other investors. So if tomorrow Flipkart goes in for liquidation, Binny Bansal and Sachin Bansal can no longer make a claim. The claim would be made by whoever is the rightful owner right now. So capital refers to the initial money brought in by the proprietor to start a business, and capital is an obligation for the business because capital is the proprietor's money. Now let's talk about drawings. Drawings is the money taken by the proprietor for his personal use. So for you to call money taken from the business as drawings, it has to be okay, I'm so sorry, I just happened to make a mistake. Someone happened to point that in the chat. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Flipkart is owned by Walmart. It's not Amazon. I made a mistake. It is owned by Walmart. And in fact, it's not the complete ownership. 40% of the shares are owned by Walmart, and the remaining 60% comprises of other venture investors like Accelerator, Tiger, etc. Okay, so I just want to correct my statement. It is not by Amazon, it is by Walmart. Okay, so now let's move on. Drawings refers to the money that is taken by the proprietor for his personal use. So if you have to call money taken from a business as personal use, then it has to be, it is the proprietor who has to take the money. Okay, it is the proprietor who has to take the money out. Okay, it is the proprietor who has to take the money out. If the next door neighbor comes and takes money from the business, you can no longer call it as drawings. It will be stealing. So if you have to call drawings as drawings, the proprietor is the person who has to come and then take the money out for his personal use. So which means drawings is business's money. The business is giving that money for time being to the proprietor so that the proprietor can carry out his personal transaction. So drawings is the money that has to be paid back by the proprietor to the business. Okay, so capital is an obligation for the business because capital is the money belongs to the proprietor. Drawings, the proprietor has to pay the money back to the business. So that's about capital and drawings. Now let's move on. Okay, now let us move on to the next concept or the next point. Next terminology that we'll be discussing is asset. Now, what is an asset? Assets are resources that are needed by business so that the business can function smoothly and effectively. Okay? Assets are resources that are needed by a business. Without assets, a business cannot function. So if a business has to function effectively, they need assets. Okay? They would need assets. So assets refers to resources that are needed by a business to function effectively. So I'll give you some examples of assets. For example, land, building, machinery. All these are examples of assets. So if a business has to function effectively, then they would need certain resources, and these resources are called as assets. Now let's touch upon the next terminology. The next terminology that we'll be touching upon is liability. What is a liability? Liability refers to obligations of a business. Okay? It refers to obligations of a business. Now, what is an obligation? Obligation refers to something that has to be given back. It is a commitment that you have to fulfill. It is a commitment that you have to fulfill. So, for example, you decide to walk into a bank and take a loan. Now, that loan is an obligation because the money you're expected to pay that back to the bank. Okay? You're expected to pay the money back to the bank. So, now that loan taken is a liability for you. It is something that you would have to pay back. So, some examples of liabilities are loan, long-term loan, short-term loan, credit purchases that you have carried out, bank overdraft, etc. All these are examples of obligations, or these are called as liabilities. The next terminology is called as a sale. The next terminology that we will be studying or we will be learning is sale. So, sale is the exchange of product or service for money. So, if a business wants to earn money, then they have to carry out sales. And as a part of sales, they will have to give out their products, they will have to give out their services. In return, they will have to collect money. So, it is through a sale activity that a business goes about generating revenue, or they go about making money. Now, that brings us to another important terminology. What is meant by purchase? What is meant by purchase? The acquisition of a product or service. Okay, so you would need certain material, you would need certain components in return to carry out your sale. For that, you have to carry out maybe purchase of raw material, you may have to purchase certain ingredients, you may have to purchase certain material. So that activity of acquiring a product or service for money is referred to as purchase. So for a business, they make money through sale and they pay out money through purchases. I'll repeat that. A business would make money through sale and they would pay out money through purchases. So that's about sales and purchase. Now let's move on. There are some more terminologies that we have to learn, we have to discuss. The next terminology that we'll be discussing is revenue. What is meant by revenue? Revenue refers to income received by a firm from its activity. Okay? The money that a business goes about earning by carrying out its activity. So, for example, Flipkart, we'll touch upon the example of Flipkart. Flipkart will generate revenue when they start carrying out sales through online. Okay, when they start selling their products, when they start selling their services through the online channel, that is when they start generating revenue. Now, that brings us to another very important question. What are expenses? So, expenses are costs incurred by a firm due to its activity. So, in order to generate revenue, the business may have to incur certain expenses. Okay, the business may have to incur certain expenses. That is called as, that is called as expense. Okay, that is called as a expense. Now, the remaining two terminologies, you must be quite aware of it. One is profit, the other is loss. So, whenever your revenue is more than the expenses, that condition is called as profit. Okay? Whenever you end up making more revenue than your expenses, that condition is called as profit. So then what are losses? When your expenses are more than your incomes, that condition is called as a loss. Okay? So when your expenses are more than your revenue, that condition is called as a loss. Okay? So that condition is called as loss. So for example, we must have read in the newspaper about BSNL. So there is a speculation, or there is an article, or there's a notion that, or there's a fact that BSNL is a loss-making firm. What does that mean? It means that the expenses of BSNL are much more than its revenue. So profit is when the revenue is more than a firm's expenses. Loss is when the expenses of a firm are more than its revenue. Okay, so these are some important terminologies that. Now, let's do a recap of what we have learned as a part of the session. We started off by understanding what is a business transaction. Business transaction refers to an economic activity where there is exchange. Goods or services are getting exchanged in return for money or money's worth. So this exchange is called as a transaction. Okay, this exchange is what is called as a transaction. Now, the entity that carries out transaction, it is called as a business, and the reason why a business would carry out transactions is because they would want to earn profit. The other terminologies that we learned was the concept of proprietor or owner, the person who starts a business and who's willing to take up the responsibility, the risk of carrying on business is referred to as a proprietor. Next, we have to study capital. What is meant by capital? The initial money brought in by the proprietor to start a business is called as a capital. Then we have drawings. What is meant by drawings? Money withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use is referred to as drawings. Assets are resources which are needed by a business for its smooth and effective functioning. Liabilities are obligations of a business. These are money, or these are commitments which has to be honored and which has to be paid back. The exchange of product or service in return for money, and it is through a sale that a business goes about generating revenue. Now, when a business goes and acquires some products or services that they need, that is called as a purchase. Revenue refers to the income that a firm earns from its activity. Expenses are costs or the payouts of a business as a result of its activity. Now, whenever the revenue is more than a firm's expenses, that is called as profit. Whenever the expenses are less, whenever the expenses are more than a firm's revenue, it is called as a loss. Okay, so these were some of the important terminologies that we have learned as a part of this